Fabulous morning, my dear children. Welcome back to our English class. Hope you are doing good and safe at home. Last week, we have completed our term 1 examination. How did you write your exam? Yes, hope you have done well. Okay, good job. Now, let's move on to our next chapter. Chapter 5. Okay, Chapter 5. The Tiger, the Holy Man and the Jackal. Okay, title is The Tiger, the Holy Man and the Jackal. Okay. Which chapter? Chapter 5. The Tiger, the Holy Man and the Jackal. Okay. Do you like stories? Yes or no? Yes, you like stories, right? Yes. Take your book, page number 46. Okay? Page number 46. Have you all taken? Chapter 5. Page number 46. See, this is a story. Okay? The tiger, the holy man and the jackal. This is a story. Okay? This is a story. Story, do you know stories? Yes, right? Do you like children's stories? Yes or no? Yes, very good. See, let's move on to Let's Go page. Have you all taken? Page number 46. Let's Go page. What is there? Which of these stories have you heard before? Tick the ones that you have heard. Okay? You heard many stories, right? So, which of these stories have you heard before? You have to say that. Okay? You have to tick the ones that you have heard. Okay? First one, Akbar and Birbal. Have you heard this story? Have you heard before? Yes. If it is yes, tick it. Very good. Then Panchatantra. Have you heard these stories, Panchatantra stories? Whether it is Tamil or English, no problem. Have you heard? Yes. So, tick it. If you have heard, tick it. Otherwise, leave it. Okay. Then, fairy tales. Yes, you have heard, right? Fairy tales. Yes. Then, tick it. Then, Hitophadia. Have you heard? If it is yes, tick it. Otherwise, leave it. Okay. Then, Tenali Raman. Have you heard Tenali Raman stories? Yes, right? Okay. If you have heard, tick it, otherwise leave it. Okay. So, like these stories, today we are going to learn a new story. Okay. A traditional story. Okay. A folk tale is a traditional story about a particular place and its people, which was originally passed from one generation to another in spoken form. Read this interesting folk tale from India. Okay, this is a tale, story. It's from India. Okay, folk tale. Folk means country. Okay, country, village side. Okay, folk tale from India. Okay, village story. Okay, a folk tale is a traditional story about particular place and its people. Okay, these stories portrays the particular place and its people. Okay, which people are living. Okay, then what kind of people are living. Those things we can know from these stories. Okay, which was originally passed from one generation to another. Okay, in spoken form we can have this. Okay, for example, our grandma told these kind of stories to us, right? So, in future, we are going to say these stories to our next generation. Okay. So, this is in a spoken form. Not in a written form. This is in a spoken form. Okay. So, let us read these interesting folk tale from India. Okay. Okay. See, first, let's watch the animation video of this story. Okay. So, that you will get some more ideas regarding this tale. Okay, are you ready to watch? Listen While you're watching that video, you have to listen all the words. Okay, listen the reading part also. Okay, so that you can read that text in a good manner. Okay, so first, when you are watching that video, you have to listen the audio also. Okay, you have to listen the proper tone, intonation, where they stop and where they start, everything you have to note. Did you understand? Yes, you have to note all these things. Okay, where they stop, then where they start, the next sentence, everything you have to note. Okay, shall we watch? Afterwards, you have to read it. Okay.
A folk tale is a traditional story about a particular place, which was originally passed from one generation to another in spoken form. Read this interesting folk tale from India. Once, a tiger got locked inside a cage. He tried very hard to get out, but in vain. He rolled and bit the bars in anger and grief when he failed. By chance, a poor holy man came by. "Let me out of this cage, O Holy One!" cried the tiger.
"No, my friend,
Replied the holy man calmly.
you might eat me if I did."
"Not at all," swore the tiger. "In fact, I will always be grateful to you and will always be your slave." Now, when the tiger cried and swore, the holy man's heart softened, and at last he agreed to open the door of the cage. As soon as the door was opened, out popped the tiger. Pouncing on the poor man, he growled, "What a fool you are! What is to stop me from eating you now? I've been trapped for so long. I'm terribly hungry." The holy man pleaded for his life, and at last the tiger agreed. He said, "If 3 people say that I'm not being fair to you, I will not eat you and will let you go." So the holy man first asked a peepal tree what it thought of the matter. The peepal tree replied,
"What have you to complain about? I give shade and shelter to everyone who passes by, but they return my kindness by tearing down my branches to feed their cattle. Don't cry."
Then the holy man went further till he saw a buffalo turning a wheel that drew water from a well. When he asked the buffalo if the tiger was being unkind and unfair to him, the buffalo replied,
"You are a fool to expect the tiger to thank you. Look at me. When I gave milk, people fed me the finest seeds and oil cakes. Now when I'm old, they have tied me up here, and they give me only dry grass."
The holy man grew sadder. He then asked the road what it felt about his situation. "My dear sir," said the road, "how foolish you are to expect anything else. Look at me. I am useful to everyone, yet all, rich and poor, great and small, walk on me as they go past." At this the holy man turned back sorrowfully. On his way back, he met a jackal, who called out, "Why, what's the matter, Mr. Holy Man? Why are you so miserable?" The holy man told him all that had happened, and how the tiger would not spare his life. "How very confusing!" said the jackal, when he heard all the things the holy man had to say to him. "Would you mind telling me over again?" The holy man repeated his story all over again, but the jackal still shook his head as if he could not understand. "It's very odd," said he sadly, "but it all seems to go in at one ear and out at the other. I will go to the place where it all happened, and then perhaps I shall be able to give a judgment." So they returned to the cage where the tiger was waiting for the holy man, sharpening his teeth and claws. "You've been away a long time," growled the tiger, "but now let us begin our dinner."
"Give me 5 minutes, my lord,
he pleaded.
so that I may explain the problem to the jackal here."
The tiger agreed, and the holy man began the whole story over again. "Oh, my poor brain!" cried the jackal. "Let me see. How did it all begin? You were in the cage, and the tiger came walking by." "Pooh!" said the tiger. "What a fool you are! I was in the cage." "Of course," cried the jackal, pretending to shake with fright. "Yes, I was in the cage. No, I wasn't. Oh dear, what am I saying? Let me see. The tiger was in the holy man, and the cage came walking by. No, that's not it either. Well, don't mind me, but begin your dinner, for I will never understand." "Yes, you will," the tiger yelled at the jackal, angry at his stupidity. "I'll make you understand. Look here, I am the tiger." "Yes, my lord." "And that is the holy man." "Yes, my lord." "And that is the cage." "Yes, my lord." "And I was in the cage. Do you understand?" "Yes, now please, my lord." "Well?" "Please, my lord, how did you get in?" "How? Why, in the usual way, of course." "Oh, dear me, my head is beginning to spin again. Please don't be angry, my lord, but what is the usual way?" At this, the tiger lost patience, and jumping into the cage, cried, "This way. Now do you understand how it was?" "Perfectly," smiled the jackal, as he quickly shut the door. "And now you will remain in the cage." And that's how the jackal helped the holy man escape from
Have
the
you all
tiger.
watched carefully? Okay. Did you understand anything from this story? Yes or no? Yes, have you got some idea? Little bit have you understood? Yes, right? Okay. See, once you have watched it, you have to take your book, page number 46, and start reading it. Okay? You have to read it, then underline the hard words. If you don't know any words to read, underline it. Okay? Then again replay the video, then clarify those words. Okay? It will helpful for your reading part. Okay? You have to read the text. Have you got it? What you are going to do? You have to read the text thoroughly. Okay? Then while you are reading, if you don't know any words to read, underline it. Okay? Then replay the video, then clarify those words. Have you got it? Yes, this is your activity today. Okay? You have to read the text, then underline the hard words. Okay? So today we have learned that introduction part. Okay? Then the outline of the story. Okay? So from our next class, we are going to learn that explanation of this story. Okay? So we will learn some new words, meanings. Okay? Then opposite, most homonyms. Okay, we are going to learn more things, sound words. Okay, are you ready? Yes. So today what you have to do? You have to read this text. Okay, you have learned how to read these, right? Yes. So take your book and read this story. Understood? Yes. Let's meet in next class. Bye-bye.